Last time on the Great Ace Attorney 2...
There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother, Clint, and Genshin Asogi. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it. Will you advocate for me?
Oh wow, this is weird.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court... Wait, where is everybody? Did somebody...
Have I come in on the wrong day?
Have we... Did somebody...
Oh, bally hell, it is Saturday, isn't it? Oh, damn!
Is it a bank holiday?
Have I mistaken my... Have we got our appointments mixed up? Oh, dear.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. Do you think we're gonna see the Queen?
Why would we? Why would we?
I don't know. It just seems like the sort of thing that, you know, they might put in there.
But like, oh, and we met the Queen for no reason. And they just shoehorned her in. I've been surprised they haven't shoehorned in Jack the Ripper, honestly. It might actually be Jack the Ripper who was the Reaper.
Jack the Reaper.
Yes,
Jack the
problem
Reaper.
was
Oh my
the
God.
name got lost in translation. It was supposed to be the Ripper of the Bailey.
Let us commence proceedings. Prosecutor Asogi, your opening statement.
Oh, that's a big scroll.
That's a big-ass
He's
scroll.
just showing off now, isn't he?
I want you to know, Van Zeiks, that even I have a bigger scroll than you.
He'll have just done the thing from college where you do double spacing and then you add in some flourishes there.
I have here a plan of the room.
That's a big room with sweet FA in it.
It's like me making a room on The Sims.
No, it's like me making a room on The Sims. I just go like, okay, this will probably be enough room, right? And it's like a warehouse with a chair and a fridge. I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. I heard the gunshot. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point. How the inspector was killed, or how his body seemed to appear out of nowhere, I have no idea.
The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before. In that almost empty room, the police discovered a number of reports from various historical cases. And there is a common thread linking all of the documents on that board. They all relate to cases prosecuted in court by Baroque Van Zeiks.
Look at that smug face.
That is smug.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disillusioned Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
Nice. And if you do like what we do, why don't you go ahead and give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell to receive notifications about when we post future content on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
Nice. Yes, indeedy do.
We did it.
We did it.
We did.
We managed to get through it.
For
Well done,
once.
guys. Well done.
The impossible opening. How could we have done this? It's usually impossible.
Disillusion Plays perfect intro speed run any percent, and we just always manage to fail.
Every
at
episode has just been a speed run.
If there's one thing our playthroughs ain't, it's a speed
It's a speed run.
It's
Yeah,
a speed run.
ours is like what's the one? There is one that's like
Ours
is
is
it
slow
low?
run.
Is it like low percent?
Low percent?
I think there's
low
one,
percent, yeah.
It's something like that. Oh god, I heard about it a while ago, and it's like trying to sort of beat games in like really long weird ways like that, using like as few things as possible. And
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
we
that.
definitely do that.
Yeah, we do. It's something like that. God, it's been ages. I'm sure someone will correct me.
Very well. I hereby state the current opinion of the court.
What was that again?
Baroque Van Zeiks is an outstanding prosecutor who has rendered great service to his country.
No, I must sentence him to hanging.
However, it is with deep regret that I must concur with Prosecutor Asogi's contention.
I still don't like that.
No.
That is the defendant's testimony. That the defendant's testimony. Thank you, orchestra man, for bringing in the sinister strings. And I'd like to say a quick shout out to our in-court orchestra,
The Great London Philharmonic Orchestra.
who are now providing sinister backing music for this trial. Excuse me, sorry. that the defendant's testimony exhibits a number of stark inconsistencies with the known facts.
Oh, damn.
All I have done is state the truth as I know it.
Chasm's done a brilliant.
You alright there?
Sorry, I'm just like,
Hello?
every time I first start doing Van Zeiks, it's kind of like,
All I've done is present the evidence as I know it, or whatever.
present the truth as I, and it's just like rubber, and I have to like kind of.
They sounded like you needed to cough up a lung.
Yeah, it's like you were getting rid of the
It just-
hairball.
It's just trying to get to that sort of tone. I don't know. Because we've not been playing the game that shall not be named that begins with D and ends in Anganrompa, the monocolored bear would always like wreck my voice. So then I'd get to Van Zeiks and I'd be sufficiently gravelly. But now that we're not doing that, I'm not sufficiently gravelly.
I just
So
feel
it's like-
like whenever it's like, okay, Van Zeiks is in this. Okay.
That's it.
Just scream.
Yeah. I just need to like spend like 10 minutes just being like,
And this time on this episode of the Great Ace Attorney.
Yeah, pretty much.
oh, something like that.
And then you will achieve perfection.
That's it.
These voices in my head sure are getting distracted.
Mr. Attorney, counsel, are you quite all right over there?
Oh no, Taylor's coughing up a lung
it's
now.
spreading.
Chasm has done a brilliant job as ever.
Oh, I thank you.
He's drawing on his experience as a defense attorney to build his prosecution case. And it's formidable.
Like his biceps.
Yeah, he has got the.
He's got ripped.
He's got the shading, hasn't he? Like
Yeah.
like Van Zeiks.
Yeah.
What's with these British? Well, you know these prosecutors in Britain with their skin tight attire.
Well, you got to show off them gains.
Absolutely.
Counsel, you will submit the board that you've just showed the court as evidence.
Board?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Is it the board from
I'm sure we'll find out when we advance the text.
the room?
I'm sure when we advance the text.
I believe it to be fundamental in establishing the facts surrounding the Reaper's existence.
Yeah, it'll be the
It'll be the board from the room on
the
Fresno
yeah where they were
Street, yeah.
plotting all the cork board.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
It'll be
They've not submitted it yet.
oh.
They're getting there. We just haven't got there yet.
Well, I thought we'd got it, but
No,
yeah,
we
okay.
haven't. Thank you, my lord.
The
There we go.
notice board. Yeah, we
Just
go.
had to wait, Pete.
If only I just advanced
Patience.
one line further.
And now, the prosecution would like to call a new witness to the stand. Oh, new witnesses.
No, new
to
witnesses,
the stand.
plural
Oh,
even.
sorry.
Oh no.
And now the prosecution would like to call new witnesses to the
Are
stand.
they going to be
No.
red-haired?
I was
and
gonna
scurrilous
say,
Yeah.
should we bet money that it's gonna be those two characters that we saw for a split second? Who just before recording, I was like, oh, what are those voices again? I bet they're gonna show up soon.
Well, we haven't got the jury, so we needed to get that sort
Yeah.
of trope in somewhere, didn't we? Witnesses who saw events unfold on the day in question. It can't be them then, because they were arrested. They were mentioned in the previous testimony too, if you remember.
I'm afraid I don't. Oh, yes! I mean, the street sellers who heard the gunshot and went running into the room.
Oh, very well. Lead the witnesses in.
now, how
Please
much?
let it be Ringo and Nash. Please let it be Ringo and Nash with a new side
that
business.
would be amazing.
Oh,
I was gonna say.
We was honestly selling things that we took from other people on the street.
look, it's a good, honest business. We're changed men.
I'm expecting to see the deaf grandpa / surgeon,
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
of
sorry,
course.
what was that, Sonny?
yeah.
and maybe the gentleman who's really worried about his wife. Did I skip some dialogue?
Very well, let the witnesses in.
You mean the wife who's really worried about her husband?
Was it that? No, the other way around. There was the one guy who was like, I just want to go home because my wife will beat me if I don't go home
chuck
anymore.
him in the Thames. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that one, yes.
Yeah.
The defendant may step down from the witness stand.
Good. Certainly, my lord.
Vroom.
No, it didn't. See, he's the vampire. And he's the new characters.
She looks
What?
like a speller.
Okay.
Oh, hey, it's Bippo.
It's Bippo, yeah.
I guess he must have
Beppo.
lost his job.
So, witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
So this
Oh, that's gross.
That is gross.
Names? We don't use names. Far too fancy for the likes of us.
We're just free and easy. So what we like,
Oh my
live where we wanna
goodness.
live.
I guess, do you want me to do Beppo since you're doing the Red Riding Hood, or I don't mind either way?
I gotta say I can't remember who was Beppo. if I'm
You
honest.
originally.
Was
but,
it?
Yeah.
No,
I
it was
wasn't
Sarah.
Beppo.
Sarah, you were Beppo, Sarah.
Was I?
Because I was the guy who was like,
Oh, don't you say that about Beppo.
I was the guy with the horseshoe moustache.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I can't remember now. You can do Beppo.
He was
yes.
like a shivery guy.
I'll give them all a vacant stare as they walk down to Fresno and spin a few words into a verse for them.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh.
I do believe that I've forgotten the voice that I've just given the guy with the floppy lip already. Would
The
I be?
horrendously ugly, fat, corpulent lower lip, you mean?
Like he's been punched in the soccer a
He's-
few times,
yeah,
hasn't he?
the growth protruding from his face there.
Would I be right in assuming that all three of you make your living by selling wares on the street?
Well, if
I feel
she's
like-
free and easy, I have to wonder
Taylor.
where she's selling.
Oh my God, Taylor!
Down, boy! Down!
You're gonna give us our channel a bad rep, you are. Oh no! See, I've forgotten the voice already. Oh my God! And I said,
Hey, everyone calls me Gossip. I sell jaunty little tidbits to passers-by, you know. Something like this, I guess. It's kind of like...
Jaunty little tidbits.
Got an absolute smasher for you, sir. Right up your ginnel it is.
What the hell is a ginnel?
Gennel.
is it a
Ginnel.
gen-
Ginnel. So it's a gennel, but it can be called I think it can be called a ginny or a ginnel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like usually it's like if a house is sort of like semi-detached, there might be like a walkway up the middle of it.
Yeah.
And it can be called a gennel or a jitty, or I think a jitty's another word for it. Yeah.
I thought it was
This
spelt
guy's
with an
the
E, not an
rumor
I.
monger you find in like any RPG where it's like you have to pay him in order to hear the local rumors.
Thank you, kind sir. So, 6 is the price and not a penny less. Thank you, kind sir.
That's a reference.
Wait, you're actually trying to sell it to me now? Oh, come on, sir. Don't tell me you're not interested.
Try the man.
Give him the money and see what it is.
Pay the man, counsel.
All right. 6 it is.
You won't regret it, sir. Now, got your listening ears on? Just between us, a young couple on Slide Street have just had twins.
I want my money back.
He's paying for the gossip. Oh.
Eh?
Is that it?
No, that's not it. It's gossip, innit? It wants to spread. But that bit's up to you and your mouth, of course. I've got more, you know. Want another juicy one? 6 apiece it is, if you're curious.
I am curious, yes, about what's going on just under that fat bottom lip of yours.
I like the detail as well. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm amused by the detail of he's got that red rash around his neck, which implies he's been strangled once or twice.
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Oh, yeah.
someone's obviously not been very
Oh,
happy
yeah.
with his gossip,
Oh, yeah.
and they've strangled him.
Namely, that unusual bruise or whatever it is that's poking out from under your collar.
Oh, right, okay.
What about the next witness, then? What name do you go by, and what do you sell?
Me? I'm Venus. That's what everyone calls me. Funny, innit?
What is that?
Bullets? Oh.
Firework.
I sell these lovely little fireworks to all the local school kids.
I don't like that.
Madam, please, don't light fireworks in the courtroom.
Oh, what's the matter, darling? Do I do it for you? Do I light a spark in your life?
No. It's a fire hazard. Please,
She's setting off some fireworks, yes. My goodness.
Bailiff,
You could say,
apprehend that
I'm
woman.
your Venus, I'm your fire.
Yeah.
6pence a pop. What do you say?
No.
Okay, that wasn't quite so bad.
You weren't exaggerating with little. Do they actually sell?
Oh, darling, what are you looking at? Oh, yeah. The second years can't get enough of my Venus firecrackers. Especially when I tell them that if they get 100, they could blow up the school.
Not the most savoury of ideas, young lady.
What do you say then, eh? One part with 6pence for a pop?
Wait, what? You want me to buy one?
Tell you what, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you get 100 of them, you could blow up the old courtroom.
It's like, oh, well, with that case, Mr. Sato, we'll have to.
Try the woman.
Here we go.
Give her the money and see if she's right.
Pay the woman, counsel.
Judge, don't encourage. You don't want to blow up your
He's
own
literally,
courtroom.
he's literally got fire next to him on either side.
Okay. They do set fireworks off, don't they, at the end? So.
I'm getting a sense of deja vu. All right, I'll buy one.
Lovely stuff. Right then, this is something a bit extra, just for you. The Venus Special! Only 600 pence.
£6.
600?
It's 100 of my regular fireworks. Oh, nothing little about that, is there?
And there would be nothing little about the punishment if I blew up the Old Bailey either.
Interesting.
Okay, so we got the firecrackers.
What?
Sort of bang. Oh, wait a minute. He heard the Van Zeiks heard a bang,
Bang,
didn't he?
yeah.
Yes.
Did that simulate a gunshot then?
Maybe.
Ooh.
The plot.
And the
thickens.
last witness. What name do you go by and what do you sell?
I'm a thinker, me. I think all sorts of thoughts. I think, therefore I am. I am, therefore I think. I think.
Oh.
Because I stand there on the street, watching the world go on about me. They call me the observator.
Get out of it, old man. Everyone calls you Sandwich, and you know it.
Sandwich.
I'll sandwich your mother.
That's not very nice.
So, you don't actually sell anything?
Problem shared is a problem halved, as they say. I give advice, I do, and think what it means. I don't actually sell anything, no. Come to think of it.
Hot actual hero?
That's what it looks like. Pity.
No more purchases today, please.
Mr. Sholmes is going to be banging on about the rent again.
We have quite a cast here, it seems.
They conduct their business on Fresno Street from morning until night, my lord. And always in the same place, directly adjacent to the crime scene.
Oh, I see. And thus, they heard the gunshot, I suppose.
Well, not only that, but they very bravely ran inside to see what was going on and witness the crime.
Well, I'll be beggared, I thought. Just between us. Just
Hey,
between
Mr.
us.
Marlowe, what am I to do? What a terrible thing I saw.
What I think is, if all what we see is light and shadow, playing with our eyes, is any of it real? I guess this isn't Beppo. It's the same model, but it's a different guy.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think it is.
I think he fell on hard times because he'll have got fired, won't he, from
Yeah.
the first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So,
Very
If I fall on hard times, or have hard times perhaps falling on me.
I mean, there you go.
Very well. The court will hear the formal testimony of these 3 witnesses now. You will describe in detail what you witnessed and heard at the time of the incident. Also, help me God, nobody will be getting any presents for Christmas.
We saw the whole thing from start to finish, we did. Everything from the moment they went in the building.
It was less than a minute after the Reaper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang.
It seems to me that quick to talk is quick to walk. Gossip couldn't wait to go and see what had happened.
I ran into the room, and there he was, the Reaper, gun in hand, standing over the dead body.
I was scared half to death, me, so I ran off to find a copper.
If these witnesses were there the whole day and saw everything, whomstative did they see going inside the building?
Only the victim, Inspector Gregson, and the accused, Baroque van Zeiks.
I've seen pictures of that Reaper in the paper. I know what he looks like. And just between us, folk love stories like this. I've made myself a tidy sum already.
But wait! The room was just one of several flats in the building. Someone from another flat could have done it.
All those flats on Fresno Street are unoccupied.
Of course they are. They're small, damp, dirty, and expensive to boot.
The room in which the inspector was found is the only property in the building that's currently leased.
And we know the leaseholder's name, don't we? It's Hugh Boone.
The testimony the court has just heard would appear to leave little room for doubt, so I guess we'll just declare him guilty and be done with
Well,
it.
you haven't given me a chance to go through them yet.
It's becoming increasingly difficult to see how anyone other than the defendant could have committed the crime. God.
No!
It almost makes me wonder why we even bother having a defense, honestly. There's no possible way he could get out of this one.
Thank you for your candor, my lord.
Counsel for the defense, you may proceed to attempt to cross-examine the witnesses, but honestly, I don't see the point.
Yes, my lord. And could you at least try to hold your, your preconceptions until I actually talk to them?
But honestly, my favorite radio show is coming on. I really couldn't miss it for the world.
In a closed court like this without a jury, the judge is the only person whose opinion matters, so I'd say we're up a creek without a paddle. I have to break down this testimony. Somehow.
Maybe he's gonna have to break the witnesses first.
Whoa.
My goodness. My goodness.
But first, I'm gonna have to break these witnesses.
Alrighty then. So we saw the whole thing from start to finish, we did. So are we doing the huge?
I guess so.
Yeah, the huge.
Press everything.
Alright.
Hold it! When you say they, whomstative do you mean exactly?
Oh my God, no. Stop it.
Inspector Gregson and the defendant, Lord Van Zeiks.
I suppose so. The likes of us.
I hate that.
So,
I
know.
hate that so much.
It's
the likes
unsettling.
of us don't know the names of the high and mighty. But I'll tell you one thing. It was the old Reaper that went in. That's for sure and certain. For sure and certain.
Just behind Inspector Gregson. Did they arrive at the same time as each other?
No, not at all. The first fella must have gone inside a good 15 minutes before we heard that gunshot.
The victim arrived 15 minutes before. Are you sure about that?
Am I sure? Does it seem likely that I'd have forgotten a fella with bright red hair like that, does it?
Oh.
Yeah, his hair were really red, weren't it? Redder than my flaming fireworks, even.
That fiery red mop still burnt on the inside of my eyelids, it is. Wait a minute. You're saying the man was a redhead?
Weren't you listening, chum? Aye, he was a redhead, and he had a big trunk with him as well.
But Inspector Grigson's hair isn't red. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yes, but we had a wig. Come on.
It seems likely that the person you saw wasn't in fact Inspector Gregson at all, but some other third party.
The wig,
Ryunosuke.
Ryunosuke.
What?
No. I hate to break it to you, but the witnesses are correct.
Damn. I mean, what?
Just have a look at this photograph of the victim taking at the scene.
Oh, there he is.
I'm sad now.
Definite confirmation.
Yes, that's Inspector Gregson, all right.
Is it though?
Eh?
It could be someone in disguise.
Say,
I'm in denial, I guess.
come on.
It's, uh,
It looks a lot like him.
And a red hairpiece.
Ah!
Of course! We saw one on the floor when we investigated the scene, didn't we?
I still refuse to believe Inspector Gregson wore a hairpiece, though. So then why on earth would he have been wearing something like that?
The color does seem to suit the man, one might say. The photograph will be submitted as evidence, please, counsel.
Alrighty.
And what became of the trunk that the red-headed victim was supposedly carrying?
I was informed that no trunk was found at the scene.
So it'd been taken.
So it just disappeared.
What? Do you expect us to have been watching the building every second, do you?
I definitely saw him in the dock going in, though. No question about that.
It was less than a minute after the Weeper had gone inside that we all heard a big bang.
Hold it! By which, presumably, you mean the gunshot.
I sell these little things, don't I? How would I know what a gunshot sounds like? But I've always thought it probably sounds a bit like this, doesn't it?
Didn't even hear it, honestly. I just
No.
heard you speaking, so I couldn't hear it at all.
I didn't hear it either.
And you say that you heard the noise almost as soon as you saw the defendant here enter the building.
That's right. It was almost straight away. Bang it went, just like that.
Well, he's the Reaper, isn't he? It's what the French call a fait accompli. When the Reaper's around, people are going in the ground. I mean, that's what he does, isn't it?
I think we get the message.
Well, Sozard.
Oh, that is so British. Sozard. It's like being back at school.
I'm still confused about why she has to use her bottom to light those matches.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, it did say me arse is as rough as a badger's, so...
That or she's got a very hot bottom.
Well, maybe.
It's not heat that... Well, I guess enough heat would do it. Anyway.
The Reaper couldn't allow the inspector to live after he'd discovered his secret hideout. There can be no clearer motive for the crime.
Yes. It's certainly an eminently credible motive.
Great. Fantastic.
And at that point you ran inside. Is that correct?
It just seems to... Oh, wait, I've already read this line. Or perhaps the line read me. Hold it! So when Gossip ran to see what had happened, did you go too? Well, me, I'm a bit hampered, to see. All the signs are that I can't move very well.
You were away
I'm
behind.
I'm turning my accent in the middle of what I'm doing, and I'm not trying.
You're basically me doing the guy in the middle. What voice is this? Like, what's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
I'm trying to do a mixture of an old man, but also make him British, and it's a little bit hard, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're
I'm
doing very
terribly
well.
sorry about the inconvenience.
I wouldn't worry.
You're doing well. You're doing very well. don't worry.
It sounds convincing enough to me.
It's cute. I like it.
You can't
It's better
call
than
him.
my Italian accent.
You
at least.
can't call a man cute, Sarah. You'll
Oh.
destroy his ego.
Oh, that wasn't
It's
my
right up there with
intention.
saying, "I love you as a friend."
I thought you were just gonna leave it at "I love you."
I did for a minute. I'm like, well, I best not tell Pete I love him anymore then.
Oh no.
Well, no, you don't want to tell Pete that you like him as a friend or like a brother.
Well,
you think of him like a
oh.
brother because then that
Oh
would be.
no, that's
Can we get
Anyway.
off this?
Ah, what? Well,
You were away
That's-
behind, presumably. With that sandwich board around your neck and that big sign in your hand.
what a great burden you bear. Pardon me for asking, Mr. Sandwich, but is it possible you and I have met before?
There we go.
Ah,
there we
there
go.
we
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
See?
I'm not anybody.
Oh, bless him.
The signs are what make me who I am now. A sign, therefore I am.
Oh, it's breaking my heart.
So you weren't employed as an omnibus driver just under a year ago then?
Oh, he's shaking even more. Oh my god.
I'm really sorry for
Ryunosuke,
him.
you're breaking this man.
Oh.
You know when he said we've got to break the jury? That's not.
That's not what we meant.
Oh no.
I might be mistaken, but I believe his trembling has intensified, Mr. Naruhodo.
You're killing the poor man.
Look, his heart can't take it anymore.
Yes, I agree. He's clearly been through a lot.
No.
Turn down King Henry Street and the Black Widower's Arms is just there.
Oh dear, you've made him hide behind this sign.
I don't get the significance.
I didn't do anything of the sort!
I don't get the significance of the lettering. Like, if somebody wants to explain to us the significance, then I would be grateful. Thank you.
Yes.
Life is full of surprises.
Unless the game does divulge it at a later date. If the game divulges it, then leave it, please, so we can
Yeah.
find out ourselves. But if it doesn't, and you know, then we'll be interested to
Let
know.
us know.
Yeah. I've forgotten
Hold
his
it!
voice again.
So then you were the first person to arrive on the scene, is that right?
That I was. Kicked the door open like a professional, I did, and yelled out, "What's going off here?"
Lord Van Zeiks claims all he heard was a man's scream, though.
Well, I mean, my voice does sound a bit hoarse at times. Like, what's going on here then? I mean, you could say it was a scream.
Thought you were gonna neigh like a horse.
He's got the lip, hasn't he? Sort of like-
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good horse impression. Tune in to Disillusion Plays for when Pete mimics more animals.
Oh dear. Well, which one? Because one of them was me and one was Sarah. Sarah was the.
No, you're Nay. You're
You're
Winnie.
neigh. You're Winnie.
Could it be more of a? Could it? I was like, Winnie. Stephen, could you do more of a? Less of a neigh and more of a Winnie. Winnie.
That's a toast of England.
A toast of London reference.
Toast of England.
Toast of England.
Well, I mean, it is
Toast
in
of England, toast. It's the same thing.
Well,
Everyone knows London and England are the same
If someone
thing.
searches for Toast of England, it's going to come up with gobbledygook. If they search for Toast of London, they're going to find that very strange, obscure show.
All right. Now I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna look up Toast of England and see what comes up. Okay, the first result is Toast of London. Got him.
Yeah, okay.
And was it dark inside the room?
No, not dark at all. there were candles burning on the wall. I've just realised that this voice is somebody else I've done before because I remember. No, it's not dark at all.
I had
this?
thought about saying that, but then I know that you're like, I don't want. I feel bad. Then I.
Well, I don't, it's because I've got about 2 voices in my vocabulary.
That's not true, and you know that it's not true.
No, not dark at all. There were candles burning on the wall.
It's a bit like the scientist Jura guy.
Yes!
Oh, yes,
A little bit.
Oh,
Not as-
yes, because
bit higher,
Jura
though.
1 and 5 were like really similar.
They were a bit Boise-like from
Bit boisy, yes.
from All the Fools and Horses, you know. Sorry.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's not fun.
It's not
That's a
fine.
woman fine.
Yeah.
That's a woman, it's not fine. It's
I'll have
fine.
to think of something else.
No, it's fine.
Don't worry.
Really?
And there was a fella collapsed on the floor. Just between us, it's the first thing I noticed when I got inside.
Ah, I see. Even though Lord Van Zeiks claims not to have seen any such lights on the wall.
The next thing I noticed was someone standing right beside the body.
The accused, Baroque Van Zeiks.
That's right, the pale-faced Reaper himself. I was a little shocked, I won't deny it, but I'm no lily-livered coward. I stood my ground and gave that Reaper a cold, hard stare myself.
Oh.
And we'll loop on back around to this conversation in just a moment.
And was there anyone else in the room at the time?
No, of course not. Not at first. But then this old stiff came waddling along behind me, of course, only in mind.
Oh, stiff enough for your mother, son.
I think you should shut up before I knock you down a peg or two.
Or I'll shake you down a peck or two.
Oh, I can't handle stairs so well, as you can imagine, especially on the way up. And you couldn't have just failed to see someone?
It was a bit dingy in there, I grant you. But there were candles on the wall and a lamp on the table.
There was nowhere anyone could have been hiding. You mark my eyes, even though they're closed.
All right, so let's loop on back around.
Yes.
Hold it!
Boop, boop. I'm just going to skip on through here. Skippity-doo-dah.
Skippity day.
Was it?
My oh my, what a wonderful day.
Where was it? Come on.
Don't go past it!
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to find it. Where was it?
It's after this one.
There it is. Ba-ding.
Oh, that.
Excuse me? Do you have something to add, Mr. Sandwich? There's really nothing to me. Empty in the head I am. Just 2 slices with no middle. Me too, pal.
Oh.
God.
So I don't know what you could want with me. I think that maybe you just remembered something? Having heard Mr. Gossip's last statement, I mean. What I think is, we're all nothings, really. We try to dress ourselves up as something else, but... We're getting real here, Mr. Sandwich. We got... But at the end of the day, we're all just people. People whistling through an empty void.
Oh, God.
On a planet. On the road to nothingness.
Hang
Who
on
can
a minute.
say what comes after, really?
Hang on a
I
minute.
think it's all just darkness.
That's not what the line says. Taylor, are you going off script?
No.
At the end of the day, we're all just street sellers.
Oh, that's enough out of you, Sandwich. Keep your trap shut now.
You want to know why they call me Sandwich? Because your mum likes a good filling.
Unless you want us to make you into a real sandwich.
I'll give you a knuckle sandwich.
Oh, when he saw the Reaper, I felt clean over on his backside.
Oh.
Like his mother. That's it?
Oh, you rotten beggar! I told you to keep that a secret.
That looks like someone's grabbed him by his scarf and pulled it, because it's like it doesn't go all the way around. It's like on the front. Like someone's grabbed him from behind.
He screamed, he did. Screamed and scrambled off on all fours. That's all I wanted to say.
Why are you being dirty?
Taylor, are you being horny?
No.
You better not be being horny. When you do that sort of laugh,
That's the naughty
that's
laugh.
the naughty laugh.
I don't know what you want with me. I don't have anything else beneath me.
I feel like there's a time, and this isn't it.
Pete, you never think it's time for silly jokes.
I think
If it were up to you, this would be, hello and welcome to Disillusioned Plays the Great Ace Attorney.
Stop trying to.
There will be no
stop
inflection
ripping
for
on
this
Prosy
series.
D skits. You can't just steal jokes from everywhere else all the time.
We steal everything else from Drawfee.
True.
We steal just the intro from Drawfee and nothing else.
This is the day we disband the Disillusion Plays.
Sorry. There will be no inflection necessary for this series. There will be no humor.
What?
We will read the lines and we will proceed to the end of the game in as direct a manner as possible.
When did Von Karma get
I was
here?
gonna say that was fun karma, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What?
What? Mr. Gossip, is this true?
The floor was dead slippery, huh? That's why. Ha.
Like your mum.
Planted my hand in a filthy pool of blood, didn't I? Yuck.
What? A pool of blood?
We must have been really close then.
But listen here, even when I was sprawled on the floor, I still kept giving that Reaper a cold hard stare, and don't you forget it.
Oh, is that what you were doing? I just assumed you were trying to beg for your life.
Honestly, I couldn't really see anything. I noticed a shape in the room and not much more.
Quaking like a little baby.
Let's go back a little. Did you say you got blood on your hand?
I did. Happens to the best of us at times, doesn't it?
Yes, because we all go around
yes.
falling over in pools of blood.
So I was scared, so I slipped over. We can keep it just between us, can't we?
No, Mr. Gossip. I'm going to have to ask you to add that information to your formal testimony.
If I must.
The witness will amend his testimony to include the aforementioned details at once.
Oh, I see what Van Zeiks has to put up with.
I slipped over and got blood on my hand, so I quickly wiped
Right,
it off.
photo.
Can we
Sorry, Taylor.
review the crime scene? Hold it!
I bugger. Sorry. I didn't mean to press that button.
I don't think there was a... Because there was... Yeah, he didn't wipe anything up. He'd have to have, like, shifted the body.
Well...
Like, how did he slip over it? He must have been, like, standing over him.
Yeah, the body was laying there, so how could he have slipped in a pool of blood?
Like, he'd have to have, like, walked in, not seen it, maybe. Or fell over Gregson.
Yeah, I think that's more likely. He fell over Gregson himself. Or he fell over the wig. But
Or he moved the body?
maybe.
You wiped your hand on the floor.
Well, who wants blood on his hand, eh? Horrible stuff. And they might have thought I'd done it. No tar.
If you'd have wiped it on the floor, then there'd been a streak somewhere.
You'd think so, wouldn't
And you didn't think that might be a problem?
Well, thinking is not really my strong suit. Does it really matter if I left a few grubby handprints on the floor? They'll get cleaned up in the end, won't they? Don't make such a fuss. That's the message from all of us.
The scroll.
Is something wrong, Counsel?
No, my lord. I didn't remember anything in the report about a bloody handprint on the floor. That's all.
Don't come at me with all that. You can't intimidate me. I know what I did. I wiped it off. On the floor, the blood.
No, you didn't.
I wonder, could that be what happened?
Mr. Naruhodo?
I don't have all the answers yet, but I think we may have just uncovered a vital clue.
Yep, so right, I'll press the correct button this time, but first, we'll have a small intermission of a safety save. Thank you very much. Yes, wonderful, yes. Thank you. And we shall present said photographic evidence. It is incorrect.
What?
Damn.
There are clearly grounds for being suspicious. Alrighty then. Unless this is the one time where the game's like pulling yet another rug out from under us, and it turns out that actually it was right.
Unless we want to.
What's the candles?
What else do we have?
What's the candle say?
The candle.
No.
Still vision.
Was there a blood stain on anything else, like on the hairpiece?
No.
No blood on anything. See, it's not even mentioned in the floor plan. I mean, would blood have been mentioned?
Oh, what does the autopsy report say?
Oh, good point.
Bullet exited the body from behind. Shot in the chest at close range from the front, resulting in instant death. Doesn't say anything about blood.
What's on the... We haven't looked at the board. I don't think that anything will be of importance on
Oh, yeah, we should look at the board.
We should.
Oh!
Oh.
Aha!
I don't think there'll be anything of importance. Uh-oh. Whoop. What was that? Sorry.
I'll see myself out.
What's this? Mr. Naruhodo, look!
Something that's not important on this board.
Don't make me hurt you.
Yes, it's a smudge of some kind. In fact,
Don't make me get the shovel.
yes, she's quite mean with that spade. It just looks like just a handprint.
The colour. Let me get my blood gun.
My blood gun.
That's blood, isn't it? Oh dear. How disturbing.
There's a bloody handprint on the backside.
eh?
Naughty, naughty. What?
Just that. Just
What, leaving a handprint on the backside?
No.
I think it's more that Sarah going, oh, there's probably no point in investigating. It's not important. And then boom.
yeah.
The fat controller laughed. You are wrong. It may not be important right now, though. It's just convenient.
Now have you finished?
There are details of a whole raft of cases dating back years on here, aren't there?
This paper from 10 years ago is browning with age, look. And there's the Team Rocket logo right there.
Oh, yeah. Out of interest, the most recent thing appears to be this newspaper cutting here.
Oh, it's the same Red-Headed League advertisement that Mr. Sholmes had picked out.
And do you remember? There was a red hairpiece at the scene too.
Was Inspector Gregson an exponent of the Red-Headed League then? I'm gonna guess exponent means something different than what it normally means.
Why? What does it normally mean, Taylor?
well, like, you know, like in math, an exponent. You multiply things by the number, you square, or
Oh, now you're getting too technical
triple.
for me. You're talking to a dum-dum here. It must be like a member or involved in.
Well, actually, do we want to present the board here?
Yeah, no, I think that, yeah,
Actually,
because he said he wiped it off on the floor, but it obviously wasn't the floor, it was the board.
And like he obviously fiddled around with the crime scene in some way, so.
Uh-huh.
Objection!
There we go, say it. Oh, it probably won't be important. Surprise.
Shut up.
Surprise.
You are cruising for a bruising the next time that you do a stupid...
Well, it happens so frequently. I'm sure it'll be coming soon.
So you wiped off the blood from your hand on the floor of the room? Are you quite sure about that?
Had that fallen over then?
What else do you expect me to have done, eh? Does it really matter?
Objection!
No.
Oh, not me.
Objection! The police found no such handprint on the floor during their investigations. Oof.
Kabam.
What exactly is the defense?
Objection!
Do you mind? I was in the middle of talking.
If you listen, you'll find out, Professor Asogi.
Oh, don't go there, girlfriend.
Did you just relate me to my father?
Prosecutor
Ooh, deep
Mikotova.
Certainly, there was no bloody handprint found on the floor.
What are you trying to say?
Give me 6 pence and I'll tell you.
Oh,
A sixpence.
Very droll, Ryunosuke, very droll.
There was a handprint and blood left very clearly at the scene. On the back of this notice board.
That's a phoenix pose right there.
Oh, yes. Indeed, I think I can see that. Indisputably, a handprint in the distinctive colour of blood. Although strange, you would think with it being a few days old that it might have turned that
It'd
slightly...
be a bit brown.
Be that brown colour, wouldn't it? Although I suppose it's a little bit less distinctive, isn't it?
You're dead right. That's my right hand. I'd know it anywhere.
There's something else that knows it quite well as well. Hey! Never mind. Objection!
I don't know what you're trying to say there, but...
I saw the objection. I didn't want to interrupt, but yes. Right hand. I wonder if his left hand is also still of service.
There we go. Pete finally gets it. Pete caught up.
We're still going on about Strongheart, are we?
Yes.
Oh dear.
So glad you caught up.
Oh dear.
The witness very definitely testified that he wiped his hand on the floor. Any handprints on the back of the board are irrelevant.
Objection! Not if the board itself had fallen over
There we
onto
go.
the floor. In that case, it's quite possible for the witness's handprint to have ended up there.
And it's a wooden board, so yeah, it would feel. Just look at the floor plan of the room. The notice board was in the opposite corner of the room to the victim, and in an upright position. Even if it had somehow been toppled and was lying on the floor at the time, it would have been a considerable distance from the body.
Yeah, but it's a wooden notice board. It's not hard to imagine it may have been moved.
Yeah, somebody could have put it back upright again.
Yeah, and moved it.
I fell over when I came across the body. So I was basically right next to the corpse,
Not on the other side of the room.
In other words, the defense's assertion is contradictory.
Yes, it is.
What?
There's a very definite contradiction here, for which there must be a reason.
I take it that you've formulated a proper hypothesis, Counsel.
Well, I hope the voices in my head have at least.
Regarding this apparent discrepancy between the witness's account and the handprint found at the scene.
I have, my lord.
Are you sure, Mr. Naruto? I'm not so
The
certain.
discrepancy Oh, the board moving. This discrepancy between the witness's account and the location of the handprint is explained by
Another handprint! The board moving.
The real contradiction here is the handprint itself, not where it was found. As the court can see, it's upside down.
Good gracious. So it is. If the witness had put his hand against the board, the fingers should be pointing upwards.
What does that tell us?
It tells one simple fact. When this handprint was made, the board must have been lying on the floor as I previously suggested.
Yes.
Which means that after the incident, it must have been moved.
What?
How'd you like them apples?
What?
Objection! You're claiming that somebody moved the notice board after the shooting? Then tell the court who.
I don't know that yet, but the point is, when you consider all the testimony we've heard so far, we can now be very clear on one point.
And that would be?
The position of the notice board at the time of the incident, my lord.
So, counsel, I must ask you to clarify your assertion for the court.
The notice board was in one place, and it was before it was in another.
At the time of the incident, where do you maintain the notice board was situated?
By Gregson.
I guess it has to be here, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Because
If he
I guess
was
it
near
was
the body,
maybe
then-
it was stood up against this wall.
Maybe.
Oh,
It's got to be somewhere there.
Yeah. Take that! This is the only possible location.
Oh, what, like-
Not where we clicked.
No. Well, I mean, it's kind of. Oh, so they open the door, and then the notice board would be behind the door. Okay, interesting.
And then maybe the door knocked the notice board
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Immediately adjacent to the doorway?
over. Because he said he kicked it in.
Yeah.
Yes.
If the court would think back to the testimony given by the defendant earlier.
The defendant. But also, that being said, it
I've heard it said both ways. Defendant.
defendant. But when they open the, I guess it would also mean that when you open the door, you don't see it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like an unusual thing. If someone were
Yeah.
to say peek into the room, they wouldn't immediately see it and
You'd
be like,
just-
hang on a minute,
like,
what's
what's
going on
this?
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd just see the desk and be like, okay, it's a normal room.
He said that when he entered the room, it was dark. And he couldn't see the body.
Be behind the door.
By heck!
If the notice board had been here, the body would have been completely hidden from view. And the light from the candles would have been blocked, making the room appear darker.
Objection! But the accused also claims that the victim's body simply appeared before him.
That's true. Or, in his precise words,
Oh, even Sasato.
Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me.
Was it booby trap?
A booby twang. Booby. You said booby. There you go. There's my horny joke.
Gossip.
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing?
He was so busy trying to make a joke that he was like, I forgot to read my line.
I can only concentrate on one thing at a time, guys.
I don't know about calling it a scream, but he was talking about me and no mistake. 'Cause it was me that kicked the door open.
If you look again at the floor plan, again,
Yeah, either way.
consider what would happen if the door to the room was thrown open with force, and then yes, it'll knock the
Oof.
notice board over.
Yeah.
Badoom.
Kaboom.
That can't.
Is it really so hard to believe? Are you so used to the sliding doors back home that the concept of a hinge door is that hard for you to comprehend, sir?
Look, I've only just got
wait
my
until
head
I
around.
tell you.
Sorry, Taylor, go on.
No. You make the joke.
You were going first, Sarah. You should.
I was going to say, look, I've only just got my head around top hinge casement windows.
That was going to be the joke I made, so I
very
wanted
nice.
you to make it.
Very nice. Nice one. Nice blast from the past.
And it all circles back.
Yes.
The door struck the notice board, knocking it over and making the victim's body visible.
Good gracious.
My client has told nothing but the truth. He has simply described what he saw. Man, they're both throwing it back over there.
Yeah.
Order! Order! Counsel, how has this not come to light before now?
After the incident, somebody must have righted the board and moved it into the position where the police, myself, and my colleagues saw it when investigating the room.
Witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
What? Me, my lord?
You and your fellows were there at the scene before anybody else. It goes without saying that you must know something about the position of the notice board.
The witnesses in the stand will testify again. You will each explain exactly what you did upon arriving at the scene of the crime.
Hey, stop looking over your glasses at me. I get the message.
But what did he say?
I don't know.
We'll soon find out.
I don't know anything about that there notice board. I just wiped my hand on it, that's all.
Well, don't look at me. I haven't got a clue about it. I was doing business with some second years at the time.
Ow!
Ow, man.
Sometimes I light a match and let it burn down to my fingers, just to feel something.
Oh, Spider-Noir.
I don't know anything about anything. I'm just a bystander, me. Just a sign at the crossroads of life.
It was that Reaper, I bet. He's got a face that screams bored.
And your mother has a face that screams broad.
For God's sake, Sandwich! I'm going to be giving you a knuckle sandwich if you don't pack it in.
I can't see how this changes anything anyway. The detective still died when we heard the gunshot.
So, none of you can elaborate further.
But can they not elaborate further?
That was a strange intonation, but
I know. I don't know where I was going.
But can they truly not elaborate further? Can they elaborate further?
Well, you can do the bloody outro then, if you like.
The intro-outro, yes.
Oh, shut
but
up.
whomstative would know?
Oh, stick a sock in it.
Oh, God.
Well, yes, indeed. Unfortunately, we are out of time. Thank you very much for watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you'll be notified of our video uploads every Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
Catch you in the next one, everybody.
And remember, we're all just carrying the signboards of life on our bodies. So make sure that your sign has something nice written on it. Or at least directions to someplace good to eat.